Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a super non-bingo Iraq with the Z and the Q. No U or I for the Q. So, do I change or do I get value from the Z? Well, I have Zoo and Zoa on my rack. Opponent changes. So, this is what I'm thinking of. Zoe for 30. I think this is definitely better than changing. If I change, I get 0 points. Zoe takes a D in front and an S after it. 4 of each. I think I'll put it in this position. Fantastic. I draw a U to go with the Q. I would have Toquilla through an L. I have aliquot. Oh my word. Aliquot. Surely that will play. It does at the moment. Above Zoe. But in only one spot. Gosh. Do I have an 8 through any of these floaters? The Z not promising. Not seeing anything with the H. Oh wow. Has opponent blocked my beautiful bingo? I think so. Zia is good, but HEL isn't. Oh wow, what wretched misfortune. No anagram of aliquot. So, how can I play the Q? Not easily. Gosh, nice play by opponent, really dampening down what's available. I have low quat, but that's providing a ton of scoring spots for opponent. Nothing down from the V. What about the Z? No. I keep rechecking this board in case there's an aliquot spot, but I don't think there is. I know there isn't. Can I get my Q on a triple letter square? No, wow, what a tricky position to be in. QU has positive value. So I'm wondering about hanging on to it. I could play at for 24. Is this the play? And then I've got an L for zeal. And opponent can't do terribly much. Is this the right thing to do? I think it is. That's 24. Low quat would score less. I don't think I have anything in column 8 ending in O, which gets the Q doubled. This doesn't feel great. What else can go after HE? I think it's only the T. Yeah, I am going with this. So, not a great rack. I can't play Q and U and use the L hook. I could play foil. 27. So, are there any Q options? Zia takes L and S. I have opened a lane in column 8 for a 6-letter play, hitting the triple word square. AT takes E, T, and S. I have none of those. G doesn't go well with Q. At does take front vowels, so a V something play could come down in column 5. F and Q and G and Q, bad combinations. But QU is a good pair to have on the rack, so the Q isn't a complete nightmare. Yeah. So 29 for opponent. Vex takes a T. Nowhere for my Q. So what about playing Fog, keeping my vowels? For 30 points, opponent likely to continue the ladder because Ox takes front hooks, but would need an A or a U to do so. Yeah, I am going with this. Well, not great, but through an E I would have uniquely. If opponent bingos, he may be sticking an E in the open. But, wow, just not seeing opportunities to burn the Q. What about Queen-O? I think that's good. Yeah, just 30 for opponent. Dak doesn't take anything I've got. I think it's just an S. No opportunities for playing the Q lower down. Yag is good, but I don't have an O for going in front of the K. So time to say goodbye to my Q. With Keno for 24. Pretty horrendous. But look at this, I do actually have a lead. So what to do here? Just the solitary vowel. And the UV combo. I do have a U for going next to the Q, which is good. But alas, no other vowels. Is this bad enough to change? Well, I don't have any action in the bottom left of the board, no S or O. So I'm going to be playing through Queen-O. Just wondering if there are any 3-letter front extensions for Queen-O. None coming to mind. Double lane available in row E, but the U is not particularly conducive to such a play. Now, what about getting rid of my V and Y through the I? I do have Tivy. That would leave double N with an L, which is a pretty poor combination. Oh wow, gosh, 21 points and a fantastic lane in row O, which I can do absolutely nothing about. Yeah, ooh, yes. Well, not massively, ooh, yes, but Vinyl for 19 totally sorts the rack out. UNT, not a terrible rack leave, particularly with the Q. I am going with this. Wow, and that is not a good pick. Not a good pick. I do have Quant in row D, but keeping double C. Mustn't reject a bingo possibility out of hand, but Y and L are not suggesting anything. I do have Buckle in column 11, which completely sorts the rack out in one go, which is always attractive. And although Buckle places a B in row A, it's hard to place a scoring tile on the double letter square. Nice bingo by opponent. So, is Buckle the play? Now I could play it onto the L of Obelia's. However, this scores a lot more. 24 points, good rack leave, totally sorts the rack out, creates action top and bottom of the board, which I need because I trail. I am going with this. Not good, not bingo-y. And I'm going to struggle to leave a decent rack leave because no possible rack leave is particularly inspiring. A couple of hot triple letter squares. But can I get my M on either of them to good effect? Certainly not the one in Obelia's. What about the U of Buckle? No, not seeing any 5-letter plays. But surely there'll be something available with this rack which is better than changing. I could play Mind at the bottom. Just 20 points, but sorting the rack out. Final only takes an S. Nothing great through the C's. Yeah, nice play by opponent. Nothing huge in terms of score. But I trail by a bingo, so I am in trouble. Now Embrute has created a nice bingo lane in row B. If I play Mind in row N, I'm getting rid of the S, which is a nice floater. However, I'm not closing the board down, and I'm totally sorting the rack out. I'm getting rid of the non-bingo-y B and sorting out the duplicates. An alternative would be mid, 23 points. And that leaves alone the really good bingo lane in column 12, the really good bingo lane in row B. And Mind would burn the N as well. I think the N helps this rack leave. And mid at the top scores more points. Yeah, I could play, I was going to say dim, but not good. I am going with this. Okay, so through an I would have notified and tonified. Oh wow, nice bingo for opponents, 72 points. Doesn't provide an I. And, well, I was just wondering if Mind would have prevented opponent from bingoing, but it wouldn't because he would have had Alt Horn in row B. So I trail by a lot, 120. What can I do about this? Do I have any bingos? I'm not seeing a 7. So what's available as a floater? An H. Not seeing anything. An O. No. How about an R? Gosh, that looks possible. But I'm not seeing anything, and nor with the N. So how to sort the rack out? I want to play off F and O and leave bingo lanes open. FI not good. So what about playing through the A onto this triple word square, stopping opponent from scoring there, creating a couple of new floaters? Can I do that and play off O and F? I don't think oafed is good. Fado isn't long enough. Surely there's a 5-letter FA play here. Well, there's faint. It would be nice to play the D for more score, better rack leave. There's feign, which burns the E but makes it available as a floater and leaves a better vowel consonant balance. Only 24 points, 11 minutes on my clock, 30 tiles in the bag. Is this the play? What about a play through the N, putting a D or any other tile? I'm taking this back. I'm not convinced this is good. This is the best, rather. Anything through this N, because this is a hot spot which opponent might put a tile on. Although I think it's just a P which can go there, so it's not particularly dangerous. I didn't like the low 20s score from Feint. maybe I should let opponent play there. The double letter square is covered, so I don't think he can score much, and he will be providing floaters. I can play of for 25, leaving a much better 5-letter set. And although I am taking out floaters, there's column 13 and there's row B, and this is a decent 5-letter set. And this scores more than faint. FO not good. I can't do that. Oh, rats, that's a shame. I was just about committed to that. What about Quaff for 18? Still 2 S's and a blank to come. So opponent might be worried about column 15 and make a lowly play in row E. Still 5 I's to come. This feels weak. What about using my I with the Q? 9 minutes left. I still have time. So I've got I double N. That's not fantastic. Can I open the bottom left of the board? I don't think so. Not in a sensible way. Well, no, I don't have info. IA not good. I do have Fed. 25 points. How good is Into as a rack leave? Well, only 3 E's to come, so this E is quite handy. Is there a 5-letter play ending in F? I don't think so. I am going with Quaff. If I draw any vowel, I'll have a decent 5-letter set. And I draw a lot of vowels. Too many, I think. But I've left alone the floaters in alt horns, so do I have anything through H or R or N? Or indeed F? Not seeing anything with F. How about H? No. How about R? No, not seeing anything. And opponent bingos again. Back-to-back bingos. Always painful. Because you know that your opponent has drawn 7 random tiles, and although it's always skillful to spot a bingo, there's a big element of luck in actually having tiles which make one. Now, I trail by nearly 200. There's only 20 tiles left. I do believe this game is over. However, one should still play the winningest play. And if you're losing, that is the play which results in the smallest losing margin. So what about playing Toad here? It's 28 points. Rack leave is okay. What would be better would be a bingo, but I haven't seen one. But could there be one? 7 minutes on my clock. Had I exhausted the floaters? So what's available from loiters? Just L and O. Not seeing anything. What about the R? No. Okay. I'm playing Toad. The rack leave isn't ideal, but I'm scoring well. I'm stopping opponent from playing in this spot. I'm creating a new lane. I'm going with this. Okay, well, do I have anything? I don't think Weenia is good with EA. W is a non-bingo-y tile. But I do have where, W-A-R-E and W-E-A-R as a suffix rather, with E-I-N. Not seeing anything. Through, well, no, I was going to say rainwear, but that's 2 A's. Nice score for opponent. Is there really nothing with this W? What about the H? No. 12 tiles in the bag, 6 minutes on my clock. Opponent has opened a 9-letter lane in column 1. Not seeing anything. This rack is pretty decent. It's just the W which is non-bingo-y. Only one E to come, only one A to come. So nothing with H, nothing with O, nothing with R. What about the N? Nope. So what can I do with the W on the board, which leaves open lanes? I could do this for 20, and this is a pretty decent 5-letter set. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything better. If I played U next to alt horns, 25 points, but taking out 3 bingo lanes. I am going with this. And I draw the second W, Swannier from an S. So I double N to go with where, that doesn't look promising. One-ear itself isn't good, I don't think. Not seeing anything with the F. H, O, nano wire. Oh wow, I do actually have the letters for nano wire, but the O would need to be 1 square to the left for that to fit. Does nano wire have an anagram? Nope, I don't think it does. R, no. Okay, and well, I say nothing to go above the I, but there only was the P of any of the larger tiles. Okay, 21 for opponent. This was the plan, that opponent would play in this spot, not score very much, and would create floaters. Do N or T assist? Not seeing anything with the N. With the T, I have inter with N-A-W. No, but 6 tiles left again. I'm in the position of really wanting to jettison the W, and duplicate N is non-bingo-y, so I'd like to get rid of WN and just WN. Can I do that? Yes, I can. I have Nor here for 16. Wow, I draw the blank, which is nice to see, although mildly tragic that it's not going to change the outcome of the game. So I trail by 150. Surely I am bingoing with this rack. 4 tiles in the bag. Is opponent going to empty the bag? Yes, he is. Fantastic. And I'm going to get 26 on countback. So I have trainers in column 15, which is going to score the maximum I can in column 15. Is there anything better elsewhere? I don't think there can be. Possibly column 9, but no, I don't think so. I am going with trainers for 74. And the final score, 356 for me, 437 for opponent, a winning margin of 81 points. So well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. Savage stuff. Now, opponent to go fast, changes, and I play Zoe, and a variety of positions available. Opponent's rack, plays V, which was a good spot. And here we go. I had such high hopes with this rack, but no bingo. This is the low quat play I was contemplating, but only 19 points and providing a lot of options for opponent, including an A over this double letter square. So I'm confident that wasn't the play. And J6 at, that was my play, and I think it's a lot better. Opponent plays Vex, did have a 48-point play of Axist. Yep. K3. How is that working? Oh yeah, with Heat and Zias. My rack. I play Fog, and I think that's fine. So I still lead at this point. Opponent plays Dak. And I play Queen-O, but L1, Quag. Oh, I think Quag would have been better because I had the U. I had another U for a short Q play in column 1. And in fact, I would have retained the tiles for Quinn. So the only way that Q play could have been blocked would have been by opponent playing around there. So Quag would have been a much better play. I play Queen-O. And opponent plays Seep. And here we go. I have a horrible rack here. I play Vinyl, which totally sorts it out, so I'm happy with that. But opponent is now off to the races. He trails, but not after this brilliant spot of Obelia's. My rack. I play Buckle for 24. And I could have got 3 more points retaining a U. E10. Bank. I don't particularly like that. I think Buckle is fine. Now, opponent's rack. Missed bingo. Has Temerus H12 onto the S of Obelia's. Wow. Okay, plays Embrute instead, which was a very good second choice. Now, I only trail by 1 bingo. This is my rack. Mid. That was my play. And I like that. But look at this. Opponent's played off 6 tiles and drawn this. Plays Althorns to go into a 120-point lead. And this is the point at which the game starts to slip away from me. Only 30 tiles in the bag. I really need to come back with a bingo. I didn't find one. And there wasn't one. So I played Quaff for 18, which is a lot less than 31. But I'm keeping a decent rack leave. Quaff keeps Tend. So is Tend 13 points better than FO? I would say, well, I'm not sure. Yes, that's exactly what I'd say. So FO, O is negative, F is worse. That must be worth about -6 or 7, I think. And then Tend, I would say, is positive, but not amazing. However, it does go well with vowels. So I would say Tend is probably about, yeah, maybe +6 or 7. So there could be a 13-point difference, and there's a 13-point difference in score. So I like my play. Now, nice bingo by opponent of Loiters, and only 4 more points on offer through the F. Now, so I'm 162, 2 bingos behind. I have this rack, no bingo. I played Toad for 28. Yeah, and I think that's fine. Opponent's rack plays Grey. Phew, no missed bingo here. This did feel jolly close to one. So what do? I play U for 20. And again, this looks like it's off the pace, but in reality, it's not, because I'm retaining 5 of the letters of retain. So my 5-letter rack leave is super bingo-y. Opponent's rack. And another missed bingo. Repunit C2, down from the R of Grey. And opponent plays Paint instead to establish a 160-point lead. Again, no bingo for me. I play Nor for 16, and I like that, again, for reasons of rack leave. Opponent's rack plays Gouged, and the bag is now empty. And I have Trainers for 74 and a ton of other options, none of which bring me remotely close to winning the game. So there we go. I do get 16 for the J on countback, but in the end lose by 80. So what a game. Absolutely brutal stuff. I got off to what I thought was a good start, 30 points for the Z, and then having Aliquot on my rack, but that was thwarted by opponents, and I missed Quag and played Queen-O instead, which may have had a significant effect on the game, but other than that, opponent got their bingos down, and my rack contained a lot of nearly bingo racks. So I didn't miss any bingos, but I didn't play enough to win. So well done once again to opponent on a good battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.